Hi, Gemini. This October energy update is for Gemini rising, Gemini sun, and Gemini moon. This month highlights creativity, community, and personal breakthroughs. With your fifth house of love, expression, 11th house of friendships, and 12th house of reflection activated, the cosmic shift pushes you towards joyful creation while also helping you shed old beliefs and patterns. On October 1st, Mercury in Libra squares Jupiter in Cancer. The moon also enters Aquarius. Your fifth house of creativity and joy squares your second house of money and values. Be careful not to overspend on pleasure. The moon in Aquarius lights up your ninth house, inspiring expansive vision and higher learning. On October 6th, Mercury enters Scorpio, and there's a full moon in Aries. Mercury in your sixth house focuses your attention on work, health, and routines. The Aries full moon activates your 11th house, bringing revelations in friendships, networks, and long term goals. Time to release outdated alliances. On October 11th, Venus in Virgo opposes Saturn in Pisces. So your fourth and 10th houses are in tension. Balance family obligations with career ambitions and don't let either side dominate at the expense of your own well being. On October 13th, Venus enters Libra. Pluto moves direct in Aquarius, and Venus opposes Neptune in Aries. So Venus enters your fifth house, sparking joy, romance, and creativity. Pluto, direct in your ninth house, intensifies your drive for truth, travel, or study. Watch for blurred boundaries in friendships as Venus opposes Neptune. On October 14th, Venus trines Uranus in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. Powerful breakthroughs arrive in your first and fifth and ninth houses. So, this is a time of self expression, passion, and alignment with your personal growth. On October 17th, the Sun in Libra squares Jupiter in Cancer. Your fifth house and second houses clash again, fun versus finances. So, moderation is the key. On October 20th, Mercury conjunct Mars in Scorpio. So this energizes your sixth house, productivity surges, but so might arguments in work or health related settings. So channel that energy constructively. On October 21st, there's a new moon in Libra. The moon in Libra squares Jupiter in Cancer. A fresh cycle begins in your fifth house of romance, creativity, and joy. The square to Jupiter reminds you to align play with financial reality. On October 22nd, Neptune enters Pisces until January of 2026, and the Sun enters Scorpio. So Neptune enters your 10th house, inspiring vision and career, but also cautioning against unrealistic expectations. The Sun in your sixth house sharpens focus on daily life and healthy habits. On October 24th, the Sun in Scorpio squares Pluto in Aquarius. Mercury trines Jupiter in Cancer. So tensions arise between your sixth house of work and your ninth house of vision. So don't push too hard. But Mercury in Scorpio trining Jupiter in your second house supports practical gains and clarity around your finances. On October 28th, Mars in Scorpio trines Jupiter in Cancer. Your sixth and second houses align, offering motivation and flow in work and income. On October 29th, Mercury enters Sagittarius. Mercury opposes Uranus in Gemini, and Mars trines Saturn in Pisces. So, Mercury lights up your seventh house, sparking relationship conversations. The opposition to Uranus in your first house could bring surprising breakthroughs in self expression. Mars in your sixth, trining Saturn in your 10th, gives stability and progress in your career through diligent effort. Saturn is a taskmaster, so as long as you do the work, you'll see definite gains. So, this October is about a month of balance between joy and responsibility, creativity and discipline, and self-expression and practical needs. Release outdated friendships at the full moon. Welcome new cycles of romance and creativity at the new moon. And let your daily work support your long-term vision. I wish you the most wonderful, loving, fun, and productive month. If you do like these videos, please do like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you soon. I wish you a fantastic month.